welcome Tyla Harrouff. Good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. How are you? Thank you so much for having me in a meeting
Oh,
today.
you're welcome. So we wanted us to take this opportunity to welcome you to the team. We're very excited. I can say that your kindergarten teaching partner, Amanda McFarland, has been here the same number of years that I've been here. This will be our 7th year.
Okay.
Both of my kids have had her, and she's absolutely wonderful. And we're excited to see what your personality brings to kindergarten.
That's
So
great.
let's kind of start with that. Like, if you had to describe yourself in a couple words or phrases, what would you say?
I would say that I'm a lover of the Lord first and foremost, and He's my joy and strength. And so without Him, I would, I don't know, I don't think I would enjoy life like I do. Because no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm in ministry, teaching a child, or I'm playing with my dogs,
Mhm.
I am in constant gratitude of my creator. And that just gives me joy. So I'd have to say that I have joy because I of knowing him. I'm a lover of life because he gave me life. I love to cook,
Okay.
and I like to cook in the classroom. And I don't know how that will go now because things are so different. But I've been teaching decades in kindergarten, and it is my absolute favorite age because it's a unique opportunity to so deeply into that child, not just academically, but emotionally and socially. And I have the opportunity often to teach the child, or each individual child, things
Right.
socially that mom and dad aren't going to see at home. And so every moment of kindergarten is a teaching opportunity. And I'm grateful to have been given this opportunity to be with Trinity this year.
Well, we're glad to have you. So you said cooking. So
Yes.
what is a meal that you enjoy cooking?
Okay. Well, I'm originally from Louisiana, so I make everything with butter.
Anything
I mean,
with butter?
everything with butter. I mean, butter makes it better. That's just the truth. And so, regardless of what I'm cooking, no judgment, please. I put butter, but I definitely am a baker.
Okay.
And because I don't want to eat it all, I usually share. So for the teachers out there, cookies are going to be rolling in.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that is great to know. Um, you said you've been teaching this for decades.
Yes, I
Like,
have.
you've
I've been
literally
teaching
been teaching this
kindergarten
for
for
decades.
decades. I have taught second grade and third grade, and they're adorable. Oh, and first grade too. They're adorable and fun, but I love tying shoes, wiping noses, giving hugs. And, I think it was Zig Ziglar that wrote the book, Everything I Ever Knew, I Learned in Kindergarten. And I have
Mhm.
to say, it's so true, and in an extreme, deeper level spiritually, because if they can believe in the tooth fairy and they believe in Santa Claus, how much more are they going to believe in our real loving Jesus? And they
Right.
see the miracles at face value. So it's like when I teach Bible, their eyes are like saucers and they're so excited because they're seeing the truth through eyes that haven't been tarnished by the world. And I love that. And I love when they learn something new. It's like, oh, they're so excited. I love to teach to tie shoes and zip up pants and do buttons and all the things that sometimes we're not quite ready when we get to
Right.
kindergarten, and how to deal with friends and problems and even stresses at home, because God has answers for all of that. And I put it on, I help explain it in a way that they can understand. So the
Awesome.
unchanging biblical principles that God gives us, it's my favorite part. I teach I teach Bible all day and I weave in the subjects.
That is that's amazing. That's one of the things I love about teaching at a Christian school is that we can feel
Yes.
free to weave that in, and we don't have to worry about someone saying you can't do that, because that's what's important. It's really what's
Absolutely. I love
um,
teaching, reading, and math, but I want to teach for eternity, you know?
what drew you to teaching?
Okay, so like I said, I'm from Louisiana, and my parents owned a daycare center until just recently. They owned it since 1974. So I was basically raised in a school. So when I was young, I cleaned the learning centers and scrubbed tables. And then as I got older, I got to be, the story assistant. I would take children to the potty. So I basically was around children 24/7. Like the school bus would drop me off at my parents' center, and I would be a helper. And I would like ditch my homework just so I could be with the kids. And of course I babysat. But then I thought when college was in sights, I thought, oh, I want to be a nurse because I want to help people. But then God just geared me to teaching through teaching my own child something. And then I was like, wait, no, I've got to change my direction. And so I've been teaching ever since.
There you go. That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing that I did, it's the way God wired us.
Yeah.
I was teaching she's a doctor. I was teaching a doctor this weekend on the boat how to snorkel. And like, I just broke it down like I would break it down with like kindergartners. And she was like, oh, I totally understand, So it's just something that God puts in you, just like he gives everyone gifts and talents. So.
Yeah. So the final question I want to ask you, since you're teaching kindergarten, and it's going to be a strange year, just like how we ended last year was a bit strange.
Yeah.
However, we are able to overcome a lot of these obstacles. And at the end of kindergarten, if a child could walk away knowing one thing that they learned from you, what would that be? What would you want them to know?
John, that's such an easy question. That their Savior, that they know that they are truly loved and that they have a home in heaven because of what Jesus did on the cross. That would be the most important thing that they leave knowing from my class. And that's an amazing thing because parents often during the year say, my child is growing so much. I had a parent one time say, I had to buy a Bible because I don't even know what my child's talking about. So it's been a great journey. I feel very privileged to serve the King and glorify him. So that will be my goal.
There you go. Like I said, like you said, that was easy. I figured it was going to be easy, but that's why I felt comfortable just throwing you that question out of the blue.
Yay, thank you. Thank you for an easy one.
Well, thank you for joining me this morning. I really appreciate it. It's going to be a great year. I think for the first time in a long time, we've got a full kindergarten. We've had small classes, we've had big classes, but we're excited for what kindergarten is going to bring. And I love the energy that kindergartners inject into a building, because
right,
it's energy.
Such energy, and you have to continue to smile and laugh at it, and it's such an amazing age.
It is. Well, we will hopefully see you in a couple weeks in person.
All right, thank you so much.
Look forward to it, and enjoy the rest of your summer.
Thank you so much. God bless.